Child. Anyway, so
Hello, everyone. My name is Jaden, and I just feel like at this point I just have to reintroduce myself because it's always months between
Oh.
our time together, truly, and that's on me. I have had a lot going on for the past few weeks, and I just needed some rest and some
Yeah.
rejuvenation, and I've come back from a trip, which we'll get into all that, but I do feel rested. I do feel rejuvenized. Um, Hmm. And yeah, I'm ready to be here with you. I said on Instagram that I would apologize for being so last daisical with like posting or updating that we have new episodes that have come out or things. So there are episodes that are out. Go stream them, enjoy them. We're here now, and yeah,
We're here for now. I agree, Jaden. I don't think that they remember who you are, who we are, what we stand for, what we're about. But speaking of feeling things and being tired, my name is Amira, and I am very much feeling the age. I'm
mm,
feeling the age come into my body. It feels like an injection every night of age. When I
yes,
turned 25, I definitely felt a shift, but it was different. It was like a mental thing. But
yes.
now that
But
I'm
now you're starting to feel
beep,
the body.
I'm like, hold on now.
It's
What's this?
weird, like starting to feel your body, like oh, and
I'm not
you know I'm
done. I'm not
I'm
done
in
yet.
school.
Like I'm not done using my body yet. Like I
I'm
don't
not
want this
done
to
like running
start
this girl through the ground. Like, what do you
into
mean?
the ground. I'm not done. I never learned how to do a backflip, and now it is too late.
It is too late.
Because if you take a tumble now, you're done.
You
You're
will
done.
take a fumble. And
A
I'm in school now.
crumble for
No,
sure.
truly. I'm in school now, so I'm with like around younger people. And they're like, oh, I stayed up till 5 a.m. doing this. I'm like, huh? I'm exhausted. Like I literally can't I'm falling asleep at the computer over staying up for hours at a time. Like I just can't do that.
And it sucks because we're not old by any
By
standard.
any means.
Once we're 5 years from now, we're gonna be like, "Baby, the way you were an infant at that time." But if I stay up 30 minutes later than I normally do, the next day I'm like, "I don't think I'm gonna make it to work today.
No.
I don't think I'm
And then
gonna
it's
make it
like
in."
I'm also 20, whatever, so I'm going to work. Like it's also like I don't think I'm gonna make it, and then like you have to make it because
And
this is
then
the
I'm
only thing you
right on
got.
that train. Beep,
You're
beep. I'm in
it's
it.
3:30 in the morning and you're starting your cold shower.
I'm dunking my face in ice water. Like
Like
I'm still
please.
having to do it. But Jaden, since we are new here again, we're reintroducing, we're coming back. Where are we? For those who don't
Child,
know.
beats me.
I mean,
We are on a show that we like to call Child. Anyway, with Jaden and Amira. Welcome back.
welcome back, everyone. Before we get started, really quick, I just want to take a moment to pay our respects to George Foreman, who just recently passed away at the age of 76. Legend, icon,
Truly
Olympian,
ahead of his time.
heavyweight champion, maybe.
Olympian.
Yes,
No.
grill master.
That's
He
that's
has
where I
served
met
our
him.
community. I'm screaming that you're like, wait, he did other stuff. I
He
thought
did
he
other
literally
things. I
just
thought like
made
his
grills.
claim to fame was the grill. Like the invention that changed the black home
It
for the
did.
without
It
him we would
did.
not have air fryers. And I'm standing on
No.
that.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Did you have a quesadilla maker?
No.
It's so weird. Like capitalism used to be so like it was always bad and it is always bad, but we used to get good stuff out of it. Like, why do you need a machine that does only one thing? Why do you need in your home a quesadilla maker, a snow cone maker, a panini press, a cotton candy machine, a popcorn machine? Why do you need all of these different an egg maker? Like, and where are you storing all of this? But back
In their
then you
state
could
of the
afford to
art,
have
yeah, like
cabinets.
in their state of the art cabinet that
Yeah, you
only
could
fit
afford
their
it.
5 things because
Yeah.
there was no need to have 4 different versions of the one thing, which there is now.
Yeah, true. I literally right now, if my kitchen item can't do at least 6 things, I don't have space for it. It
Truly.
has to be 100 multi-purposes. But oh, sorry, we got off completely track. R.I.P. to George Foreman. Your legacy lives on forever and ever. Um, Without further ado, let's get on with the show. Let's start off with our moment of the week. Just a quick refresher. This is where Jaden and I share moments from this week or 2 weeks ago, because that's the last time we recorded, that made us say, ciao.
Girl.
Anyway. And you know what, Jaden? Just because you might be a little rusty, I know that I'm rusty, but I'm willing to take one for the team. Can I go? I'll go first if you don't mind.
Please do. Actually,
Right.
like I prefer it.
So my moment of the week, I think you and I both, Jaden, can agree is just egregious behavior. So I'm at work. Look at me sounding like Jaden.
I was gonna say, I
And
feel like ours have shifted. Like
oh my
you're at
God, no,
work and I'm
literally
in
work,
transport.
public transportation.
Yeah.
It's a new day. It's a new dawn.
It truly is.
And I'm feeling all right. But I'm at work. And my coworker, he comes in, and my manager's sitting across from me because we share an office. He's sitting across from me, and I just see him like, oh my gosh, like it has drugs in it. Like I just hear him saying, like, oh, it's disgusting. Like, why are you talking? Like, why are you crazy, man? I don't know what he's talking about because I'm minding my business at work. That's what I do. And then my coworker comes back in, and he has a piece of chocolate, like a bar of chocolate. And I'm like, oh, he must be talking about this chocolate. He must have gotten it from a resident. Because whenever residents give us food, it's like, and where was this?
Right, and this likely has drugs in it.
Anytime a resident makes food, I always go to the maintenance guys, and I'm like, "You've been inside their apartment. Is this safe to eat?" And sometimes they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you're good. Immaculate kitchen." And other times they'll be like, "Just throw it away. Pick it up with a napkin and throw it away."
Right.
But it's a bar of
Shoot it.
chocolate though. Take it out
Like-
back and strangle it.
And handle it, like please.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, I got this chocolate from beep. He gave it to me, blah blah blah." And my manager's like, and you ate it already?" He's like, "It was wrapped when he gave it to me. Like, what's the problem?" And he's like, "I'm not eating that. Like, don't even offer me a piece." And I know I'm not gonna take a piece because number one, it's 10:30 in the morning. I don't want a piece of chocolate. Like, I already ate a cookie because my other coworker gave me a cookie. So I'm just, trying to play, oh, what kind? Let me see. Oh, nice. Looking at the wrapper. As I'm looking at the wrapper, he is like fondling this chocolate in my mind. I'm thinking, well, there's no way he's doing there's no way he's preparing a piece for me because I didn't put my hand in to grab it. Like, there's no way he's pulling a piece out for me. Jaden, this is a bar of chocolate, so it comes whatever,
Like
kind of cut a little bit.
perforated.
Yeah. I was like prorated.
That too.
He literally breaks a piece off. And now if anybody has ever had chocolate, you break a piece off, your fingerprints in it.
Yeah. Your fingerprints and all the molecules that are behind said fingerprints. Yes.
Your desk is on it, your shoe, the door you touched, your hair, your shirt, everything is on that chocolate.
This sounds a man was doing this.
And he was, what?
And he hasn't washed his hands in 3 days.
4, if you count the weekend. So he's like, "Here you go. Did you want to try it?" And he attempts to hand me a piece of chocolate, Jaden, that he broke off with his bare hands for me. I was so in tears almost, like truly. I was like,
Yeah.
"No, I'm good." I said, "Can I get a rain check on that? I'll circle back with you later because I don't want to eat too much sweets before lunch." That's how you gotta talk to him sometimes. You gotta put it before lunch. Oh, too many sweets. Oh, he was like, "Oh, are you sure?" Waving this piece of chocolate that's supposed to be for me in the air. Girl, now it's got all our office air on it. Are you crazy? And I'm like, "No, you're good." And then he offers it to my coworker again, my manager, and he's like, No, that's nasty. Not because
Right.
it's in his hand, but because he got it from a resident. And I'm like, what is the deal with this guy? Like, what's his problem? This is the same guy that one time I came in my office and there were just 3 slices of orange, like 3 little orange pieces on a napkin on my desk. And I'm like, where did this come from? He's like, "Oh, it's an orange I was eating. I wanted to share a piece with you. I just ripped off a couple of pieces. I just like to share. I'm just like a sharing guy. Like, that's just my nature. I just love to share." Why don't you share your hands into some soap and water?
Okay. Why don't you share some hand sanitizer with someone? Like,
Why don't you share your right hand to your left hand, rub them together under some warm water,
with soap and warm water, and sing your ABCs.
and get between the fingers, scratch your palm. Are you good? I was like, oh no, you're good. I just ate. Thank you though.
Why are they always trying to stuff your face with their germs?
Jaden, is that not disgusting?
And both of those are such handsy like foods. Like chocolate is so handsy, and like breaking off. Even if I wanted to give you a piece, I would hold the wrapper
Yes,
and
and
let you break off the piece that you wanted, or
not
even like
even. You break
use
it in the wrapper.
in the
Exactly.
wrapper, like
Yes. Yes.
something.
Go get a knife or something. I don't know.
The orange is also a very like you were peeling with your hand. I broke off a couple pieces. You didn't slice them.
You didn't slice them.
You did not slice them up. You
That is
definitely
filth.
you definitely use, and they get under the nails.
Yeah.
So
You know that around his fingers and his cuticles were orange. Tinted yellow. Yeah.
I'm disgusted,
No,
truly.
I was
And I'm
so
not even claiming to be Mr. Clean himself. Like I'm not claiming to be the most like, but I know etiquette and the rules of sharing.
chocolate, really.
Especially like co-work, like you're not even my girl like that. Like if you was my girl, like if we was at my house in my crib and it was like, oh, you want a piece of chocolate, like here, or girl, I'm eating this orange, you want some? And it's like, we are friends, you my homegirl, like you see me just rinse this, I rinse the rind of this orange off, like I'm not even playing with you like that. I wash my hands and then squeeze lemon on my fingers to get some of the extra acid, to
Vinegar
get some,
on my hands, baking soda.
like you
I did
see
an acid
me
wrench.
taking Comet and scrubbing underneath my cuticles. Like you
Literally.
see that happening before I'm offering you orange slices. Excuse me?
Jaden, it's just so nasty to me because like
At work?
the worst part was I know that chocolate was good.
I know it was banging. And the
It was
orange. What?
international.
I know that orange was juicy and everything. That's why
It
he had to
was.
like
Apparently it's
he
like
had
only
to
once a year.
he had to spread the wealth. He had to share it with you. Like, you gotta see this.
Yeah, you're not gonna believe this. Yeah, you're gonna stand over the sink.
It's
It's
the
so
type thing.
juicy.
And then he also left it on your desk. No, I'm forget the chocolate conversation. I'm going back to orange. He left it on your desk just kind of out in the open for the follicles to just like rub against the earth. Like, I don't like that.
That's first of all, that's nasty because this is my desk. Why move this food off my desk?
Now there's vermin running across my desk trying to
Hello?
catch them a feel.
Hello? Now my desk is sticky. My keyboards are dripping with orange. Come on. It's just
And I'm
filthy.
sitting over here and all I can smell is the citrus of a fruit I have not touched.
And that is the worst. Because I love a citrus fruit. And
I
that's
know,
what
I'm like,
sucks too.
you
Because
love a citrus.
I would have eaten it if you would have gave me the whole thing.
Yes.
But you'd
been so
I didn't
happy if he gave you
see
that full
how. You know, it's crazy because the next week the maintenance man gave me a full orange, and the guy was like, "That's the orange. That's the same orange I was trying to share with you last week. It's called like a sumo orange or something. They're the best. They're so juicy. I said, oh, okay. So now I can't even eat the orange in front of him because I don't want him to think that. Oh, so what's wrong with my orange?
So what's wrong with my orange? Your orange was open and had your finger and debris all over it.
That's nasty. Imagine in my mind. The next step is him ripping off a piece of his hamburger.
Like, would you share your chicken tender half bitten? Like, please.
Yes.
And would he like?
Do you want to bite? Yeah, like literally.
And dip it in his barbecue sauce. Like,
I dipped it for you. Oh, cool. Thank you.
after I just saw you doing like this in the sauce, like, please leave me alone.
And Jaden, I can't. What's your moment of the week? I can't.
The people that are in the slave labor making those chocolate bars does not deserve to have like it's so disrespected this way.
No.
And I'm gonna just leave that right there.
Yeah.
Can I help you, sir?
Please leave him alone. Let him be.
Let him leave me alone.
Oh.
My moment of the week. So as I said, I went on a little trip. Oh, he's like attacking me.
And here you stand unattacked, lying on him.
Let me rub him. That's what he wants. I'm sitting here. All I feel is my hand being lifted up. because he's putting his nose
And
underneath,
his head like moving it for you.
girl, you see me. So I went on a trip. I needed. I had to drink it away. Like I had to get out of town. You know, very, very on some cranes in the sky. I went to South Carolina, as you know, that's where my family is located. And this is twofold. At one aspect of my moment of the week, I was left for dead. The whole weekend, I kept calling myself Rapunzel because I had no transportation. I didn't see my actual family members for 2 full days. There was no food in the house, no nothing. Left for dead. Like I was waiting for my Prince Charming, and he never came. And so, like, and there was a balcony, so I played it up.
Oh,
Like
it's literally
you,
Rapunzel.
literally Rapunzel, and I'm looking out the balcony like, can someone help me?
You're like
I'm
7
like
a.m. the
up
usual
here.
morning lineup, please.
No, truly. I was having a conversation, and they was like, "Which Rapunzel are you?" I said, "From Tangled." And then that turned into a whole conversation about how Flynn Rider should have died instead of giving her the haircut that he gave her. But we'll wake that up another day. We'll wake that up another day. So my actual moment that I wrote down was when I was getting to South Carolina, and when I was going to Philadelphia Airport, I drove myself. I know you don't know what that's like, but I drove myself to the airport and parked at the airport. Sorry. Just so when I land, I can just bye y'all. Like I'm out. I'm not waiting for anybody. But I'm not afforded that same thing when you land in the place you're going to. Like you have to either rely on transportation or rent a car, which I was down to do, but they was like, no, we'll pick you up today. Cool, whatever.
Meanwhile,
so where my family lives in South Carolina, it's about an hour and some change away from the airport in North Carolina, in Charlotte.
That's where you flew in, Charlotte.
Yes, because there is an airport closer to where they live, but it's also the more expensive one.
Because it's
like you're
there.
paying like an extra $200 minimum for a flight. And so I land and I text my cousin, who has confirmed that he's picking me up, that I just landed. He says, "Okay, I'm on my way."
Oh
So
no,
about that wasn't right. But I'm like, okay, maybe he was like already on his way and he's just saying like, I'm on my way like the whole time.
Yeah.
Cute. Plus, I'm flying Frontier. If you know anything about Frontier, you're not getting that check bag because that check bag is $75. I got my carry-on bag, which was also like $40, but I'll take it. I'm only going for a few days. Like it's not gonna be that much. So I'm able to just walk off this plane and be able to walk outside. I'm on the phone with my cousin, and he's saying like, "Oh, I have to go back around because I didn't see you." But I'm like, "Okay, yeah, like whatever." And he was like, "What thing are you in front of?" I said, "I'm in front of the 2, like in front of the second thing." He's like, "Hold on, I'm coming around." He was like, "I don't see the 2. Is that like where it says the shuttle stuff?" I'm like, "No, I'm past the shuttle and over here." He's like, "I don't see what you're talking about." And I was like, "Well, what do you see?" He was like, "Are you in front of American Frontier or da-da-da?" I said, "Are you sure you aren't in departure?" He was like, "It's all one thing." I said, "Where are you at?"
Girl, he's in South Carolina.
He said, "Where are you at?" I said, "Charlotte." And he said, "I'm at this one." So now we both heated because it's not like driving to that airport puts you closer to this one.
No, of course not.
It's not necessarily further because it's still like an hour and 45. Like it's 15 minutes more out the way. But it's not like it puts you in line to where I am. Mind you, I'm getting picked up at night, like 8 p.m. My flight gets in. I set this up so it'll be smooth. I can just be picked up. Like I don't want anybody being too inconvenienced. So like someone has to pick me up after work or something. Like it's calm. It's not a 3 a.m. flight or 4. I hate early flights. So he changes his routing to where I am. Also, there's traffic on the way to where I am because they're doing construction, which they've been doing the same construction every time I visited for the past 4 years. So I'm just confused and distraught and starving at this point. So then, but once you leave the airport to get to all the food inside, you would have to go all the way back to TSA. Me personally, I'm not doing that.
No.
So luckily there was like this little cafe, and I grabbed me like a flatbread from there. But it was of course $40. It was like 16. It was like $16, but that's
Okay,
still
okay.
like egregious.
Yeah.
Um, maybe 18. But regardless,
How big
it
was it?
was it was a cute little size.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie,
Okay.
it was enough food, no shade.
Okay.
But it was just like if I was on the street, this would be $12, and I'd be have more options.
Or you'd be at the house.
Well, by myself, but that's a whole that's a whole different thing. But I'm just like, how did we get this wrong? So I'm blaming everyone. I don't care who it was. I'm blaming all
Yeah.
of you, and I'm going inside to eat. There's this TikToker that I actually saw that was working there, which come to find out he does work there. I didn't know. Devin, the menace, Dev the menace.
That sounds
He went,
very familiar.
he does the one with like the 90s videos, or like the 90s vixen videos where he was dancing.
Yeah.
I was
Oh.
like,
Oh, he is from the South. Yeah.
he works at Charlotte Airport, and it's like a thing that everyone knew except me, apparently, because I don't be paying attention like that. And so I'm walking, and I'm like, is there? I'm asking not him, but one of the crosswalks, that guide the crosswalk, and I was like, is there food inside? She was like, I think there's something. I said, because I'm pissed off. She said, oh. I said, my people's at the wrong airport. She was like, ooh. She was like, well, go ask people in the booth because we didn't get you some food before you cussing people out. I said, you're
Hello,
right.
please.
So as I'm walking over there, he's standing next to the booth. And I'm like, don't I know you from somewhere? And he was
You
like,
said that out loud.
I sure did.
Like
Right to
in
him.
your mind, did you think you knew him personally, or you thought you knew him from the internet?
I knew who he was when I first saw him. The didn't I know you from somewhere was actually a Nene reference, but I don't know if he clocked it. Because he was
might have.
like, yeah, from TikTok. I'm like, oh, you don't get it. I'm like, oh, well, I was like, how are you doing? He was like, good. I'm like, okay. Is there food inside? Like, I'm hungry. I'm sorry. Like, I don't have time to get your autograph. I don't have time to like take a selfie or
Okay.
to do a TikTok dance with you. Like, I'm hungry. I'm going to ask these people where the food is. Like,
Oh my god.
and so I asked them, and they're like, it's only that right there, or you gotta go back to TSA. So I go inside and I handle my food. I start picking up my book and start reading, and then I get told that it's time to go. Well, I get told like he's pulling up. I'm like, finally.
How long
Why
did you
was
get there?
almost 2 hours? The wait was longer than the flight.
So you finished the book.
I finished 2. I read someone else's book while they were reading. Like, how did we mess this up though?
Jaden, where was he in what city in South Carolina?
Greensboro.
Greensville.
Borough.
In South Carolina.
Yes.
There's a Greensboro in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need to look it up because I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Oh, are you?
Oh, somebody's lying, and that might be you.
It might be me.
Because I'm pretty sure it's Greensville. Greensboro. Yeah, I don't know what you gained.
Spartanburg Airport. Hold on.
I don't know what you gained.
Greenville. I don't know why I said Greensboro.
That's what I said. I'm like, there's no way that it's Greensboro. It's Greensville.
Yeah, there could be 2. It could be twins.
No.
Greenville.
I knew you were gonna say
Airport.
that. I don't know how we messed that up. And then when you went back to the text, Jaden, is it you?
I let me say this before I even place blame and call them out. Everyone who had coordinated this for me, and that's really the problem. I trusted other people to handle things when I normally don't do that. I screenshotted me saying Charlotte. Like, I screenshotted before I was even going to send a conversation, because if it was going to be said like, well, you told me this, I literally had it ready to send like, this is the only place because I did in real life outside of messaging say like, oh, I'm going to check Greenville and Charlotte to see like if the prices were up. But I had never presented that to anybody who was in conversation to be picking me up. My cousin told me not the one who picked me up, the one who coordinated it. She was like, I told him Charlotte, I don't know why he's there. Da, 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 da. So it wouldn't surprise me if he did get it wrong. No shade.
That makes sense why he's like, oh girl, I'm leaving right now. He's 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah, I was the airport, Greenville, is only 30 minutes from where they live. And I knew when he said that, I should have been like, what do you mean by that? Like, why are you saying you're on the way right now? You should have been on the way. You should almost be here.
You should be here, actually, because you know traffic. When you got in the car, what was the discussion? Nothing. Just, hey, good to see you.
He was already pissed off. He had a rough day that whole day, and it was just the whole thing. I'm like,
I hate
honestly,
that for
I'm in the
him.
car now. I really don't care what's going on. Like,
You don't even hear what he said at all, actually.
no, that's what I'm like. I can barely tell you what was said because I'm in the car
Yeah,
now.
you had your AirPods in. You're like, I was reading my book. He was talking. I don't know what he said.
This is what I cared about. And it
That's
was
why he left you
after like
outside.
11. I'm getting home at like 12 o'clock. And then I got left for dead for the next 2 days. Like, see what I'm saying? Like,
Did everybody just work all the time? Like, where are the people?
because I was supposed to be there over the weekend. So the plan was for me to be out there for the 2 days. I was probably going to be by myself that whole time, but we were going to go out like for the weekend and like do other things. But because I had to cut my trip short to Friday, they all weren't like my one cousin who lives in North Carolina. She came down Thursday night because she worked from home on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
My other cousin, she works from Tuesday to Thursday straight. Like straight 2 days. So when she gets off of work, it's like 10 o'clock on Thursday. So my first time seeing anybody was after 6 o'clock on Thursday. Stuck in
And
the
there
house.
was no food.
None. DoorDash and me were like this. Matter of fact, now that we talk about it, let me cancel that subscription. Because I placed an order for $30 worth of food. And they was like, sign up for Flash Pass and you'll save $14. I said, sure will.
How much
And
does it cost to sign up? You got the free trial.
It was a free trial for like however long.
7 days, yeah.
Settings.
I am screaming. Yeah, hurry up and cancel before they charge you.
Cancel. Your Dash Pass is free until April 19th.
Still cancel it today. Unless you're going to set a reminder for the 18th, just cancel it.
I have 27 days left.
Jaden, unless you're going to...
I'm going to cancel. I'm going to cancel.
Unless you're setting a reminder... And normally when you cancel it, you still get you still get to keep that cycle of subscription freeness. You just would lose it at the end of that time. That's terrible moment of the week. It's good to see us both experience work things, public transportation things, to see how the other side lives.
Nothing has changed. Like, nothing has changed. It's just who has gotten the receiving end.
Correct. The
so
world
everything has changed.
A couple things have changed too, at least. It's just too many things happening. So let's just get right into them. Let's get into the catch. This is where Jaden and I catch you up on things that are happening at some point, at some time, in some place. Two of these things I wrote. No, one of these things I wrote down 2 weeks ago. So we'll see if we still care. I do personally, because it hasn't happened, and that's why I do care. The first one is to follow us on Instagram at Chalanyway. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Chalanyway Pod. And that is where you will see updates on whether or not an episode's coming out or not. If Jaden posts it there, you will see it there.
Yeah,
Big if. Speaking of Twitter, the first item here on the agenda this past week, Twitter has been ablaze with this, I guess, fitness influencer. Sometimes it's hard because I feel like the word influencer just means like post videos. Because like, what are you influencing us to do? Like, what's the influence? Like, what are we supposed to be influenced to do here?
Don't ask me, child, because I don't
like the word. I don't know what it means.
Words mean things, and everyone just wants words to mean something for them, and it really doesn't have that meaning for them. So they say like, I'm an influencer, and it's like, well,
why not just say your social media presence? Like, what do you influence?
I just make content.
Content creation, like what is the influence? Anyway, so this supposed fitness influencer man, he posts this video that's like day in my life, get ready with me, whatever it's called, but it's shot as if there's a whole camera crew. Like we're getting, your classic shots of him walking away, getting on the elevator, waking up, stuff like this that you would not be able to capture this shot unless it is staged to the T, which they always are, which make them very hard for me to watch. So anyway, he wakes up at like 3:45 in the morning, which already to me is already too much. Unless you
It's
I
only so
don't see
unrealistic.
why you need to wake up that early unless you are working a job outside of your house that requires you to.
I
You
was
know,
thinking like unless you're on the morning show or like
that's what I'm saying. Unless you're the train conductor for the morning rush, I don't see why you need to be up that early. Like you're waking up that early to like
to
no
get up and
shade.
set your camera up.
Your whole job is social media. It's there all the time,
You're waking up to
and
set the camera up. You're waking
you
up.
could
I'm waking
just
up at 3:45 to set up a camera across the room.
you're waking up at 3 o'clock to set the camera up and to beautify yourself before you start recording because you can't really come on camera looking ugly. Because that would defeat the purpose. Like, you really think you want me to believe that you woke up with your skin already looking flawless and your hair perfectly brushed, but no bonnet or do-rag in sight? King. And the body was perfectly moisturized. Let's get into that. I mean, what's going
Very
on
much
there?
less. Well, that'd be me waking up, no shade, but definitely not the face and
No, but
hair.
okay, yes, there's morning skinny, but it was giving I did my push-ups before I hit record because the muscles were already bulging.
Like
Like, it
he's still pulsating. Like he's still like
yeah, the veins are, like,
waking up.
throbbing. So he posts this whole video where he wakes up at 3:45 and he's like giving us minute by minute of what he's doing, and none of the stuff is real. Like not there's not one thing in the video where I'm like, oh yeah, I can see why you would wake up early for that. The only thing where I would see is like if you went running outside before the sun comes up because it's going to be hot. Like that's the only thing.
Yeah,
Like you're running inside on a treadmill for not even
30
10
seconds.
minutes.
Like it was. Well, obviously cut down, but it was honestly
No, the
probably in real time.
timestamps literally are like not
Oh
even
yeah,
10
10 minutes
minutes.
apart. But
Like
then you're not even. You're waking. My thing is like, if this is your non-lifting day, you're waking up at 3:45 to go run in the gym and then hop into a pool.
that sounds like you could do that at 10. Because then what are you
You could
doing
have
after
waited
that?
45. You could have waited an hour. You could at least woke up at 4:30. Like the 3 o'clock is what's doing it for me.
4:30 is much more reasonable to me. But 3:45, it just is like so attention seeking. It's like this is not for your benefit. Your body is not even meant to be doing all that. Even farmers
And
don't wake up
did
that early.
you?
They wake up at 4:30.
And do you like hit snooze? Like, what's that process like? Were you actually supposed to be up at 3:15 and like 3:55 was like a late morning for you?
I'm choosing to believe that he actually wakes up at 6 p.m. and stays up until 11 a.m. the next day and then goes to bed because there's no way you're doing all this and then you have energy to take on the day till 9 p.m. Like you just did so. I mean, between us, he wasn't doing nothing for real, but the camera setup process is the actual work that took a lot of effort. The journaling and fake listening to a podcast or whatever, that's not real effort. But the thing that really took me out for the whole thing, because the concept just gets on my nerves all the way anyway, is what did you gain? And what did I gain from watching this video? To me, the video
Absolutely
just
nothing.
screamed wasted resources. There were so many clips where he's like only using like the highest level quality water to do things like rinse his mouth. And I feel like in a time where, I mean, people for since the beginning of time have, not been able to have access to clean drinking water. That's like not
Right.
new. But today when like all these things are nobody wants to see exorbitant wealth like that. Like it's not something to be striving for where you just have enough money to rinse with peak crystal never touched water from a glass bottle just to rinse your mouth,
Just to go swimming.
just to dunk your face in.
My thing is, and then what? Like, and then you get dressed and you look a mess, and you get your 10,000 things that
And for
no
the
one knows what you're
day,
talking about,
yeah, let's get 10,000 in.
and then you finally eat breakfast. Like that's what it is for me. I'm
I
like,
don't get that.
it's now 9:30 and breakfast is just being served,
You've been
and
up
you've
for
been up for 6
6
hours,
hours. You ran. You went to the gym and you not hungry? Oh, well, he did eat that banana. He
and
did
then
eat that banana.
wiped his face with it, the peel.
But nothing else. Like that's the thing that gets on my nerve. And then you're talking about Jaden. Oh, that's me. No shade. Okay, but we would at least see a shot of you putting something on your body. His body is greased to the
First of
gods,
all,
and we don't see him wiping nothing off.
hold on.
Oh,
I need you to back this public transportation up. I did not say that about the banana part. I
No,
said
no,
it
no, the
about
moisturized part.
no. I said it about when he went outside and like breathed in and
Oh.
out. Like I'm like, okay, that's me. I'm not gonna lie. Like I do love a good fresh air
Oh,
hitting
I thought
my
you
nostril in my
meant
internal system.
I thought you meant you wake up looking greased down and moisturized.
Oh no, that's me too.
Okay, so the video was actually about you.
No, the body part, like my body, like your body's don't get crusty overnight, but like
Mm-mm.
I lotion up if
Yeah.
especially if I shower before bed. So I do wake up a little glistened, but my face definitely shows I'm asleep and have been asleep for the past however long, and then
Yeah.
waking up and preparing for the day. I'm also thinking, I we because you had said like you may have to tap into the banana peel thing because the skin was immaculate, but I'm like, if this man can afford the purest water from the gates of heaven, he's also getting facials every week. Like the falsehood of these skincare regimens or like these workout routines, like these people have. He literally had a chef. Because I really don't know what that lady was doing. I just saw
We don't
nails and bowls. Why is your chef bringing you ice water to dunk your face in?
by your computer. What is this office? Like why is your office a phone on a tripod? Where's your computer? Where's your laptop? A tablet at least, please. You don't have a
I don't
TV?
I don't know if this and what I was saying to Amira previously, when you aren't on social media, because she was telling me how this is like the big deal. Like this is like
This is
what
taken
everyone's
over.
talking about Twitter and like everyone's talking about their 10,000 things they need to handle and rubbing banana peels up and down their legs.
Yes.
Like when you are not on social media, the things that people tell you that is like going big like on social media is so ridiculous. What do you mean that
So stupid.
while I'm over here blasting Solange and Janelle Monae, like trying
Crying at
to
the airport.
reconfigure my life, like literally at the airport, stuck in a home somewhere, like there's so much going on, and y'all are on Twitter gagging about some man at 3 a.m. breathing cold air. Like I can't take y'all
Yes.
seriously. Like
Yes.
you cannot trick me. Like I'm not coming back to that app because this is what y'all do. Y'all play and it's just
They do.
tomfoolery.
It is tomfoolery, and that's exactly why when I got off TikTok like 2 years ago, and it really sucks for the girls that have been sending me videos. Keep doing it. Keep sending them, queen. If you're in line, stay in line. I might come back to the app, and I do want to see what was funny
Girl,
2
you be
years
there.
ago. Girl, I be there when y'all be sending them to my phone, and then when I have to go into the app, and I'm like, why can't you just download it so I can just watch it on my phone? But I have to go into the app because y'all love to send me singing videos of people singing so good, so I need to see it. So when I go on at the bottom, it'd be like 5,000 messages, 27. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna look at that. I'm gonna watch the singing video. I click to the comments and I see Jaden's the first comment there. Get out, come back to the text. That's it. But you're so right because when they bring the stuff from TikTok over to Twitter or something, I'm like, who cares? What are you even
Who
talking
cares about
about?
this? What
Or the
are we
things that are
doing
supposed to
here?
be funny. I'm like, somebody explain it to me because I don't get it.
Why is this happening? And why is
Do
this
you
happening
know
on
how
my TL?
long, Jaden, it took me to use context clues to figure out if crashing out was something that was like angry or like what emotion it was?
Mm.
Like what the thing was. I'm like, is this a mental break or are you sad? Are you angry? I had no clue. And then people will be saying it all the time. And I'm like, if somebody says it at work, I'm leaving.
Oh, they
Because
will.
everybody here at work is grown. So I completely am there with you. It's the good thing about being off of social media, which is like the biggest thing. The bad thing is you miss out on, real news sometimes, like if the, news doesn't give it to you. But the good thing about it is that you have no choice but to form your own personality and your own ideas.
Yes, and it's fun because people will start talking to you or like making references to you, and you're like, yeah, my last reference was from a Vine 20 years ago. Like I don't know what you're talking about. Like I'm still on Miss Allah. Like I'm still on my
Oh
girl.
my gosh, which is another thing though, because that's how you can see the stark difference in the social media journey of us because you had to explain that story to me. I had no idea what you were talking about. And then after you explained it, when I got back on Twitter, I'm like, oh,
It's
this is
everything you
all
see.
people are talking about. Basically, It was a ridiculous video, and the timestamps
It
were
was quite ridiculous.
stupid. He was literally floating in the air for 4 minutes. It made no sense. Oh, there's somebody outside trying to get their dog together. Why is why is there someone outside my window walking her dog, but also trying to like brush the dog as the dog is walking?
Anyway, child.
That's how you use your time wisely, not getting up at 3:45.
Okay, the fake mindfulness has to stop.
Please. Speaking of fake mindfulness and things that need to stop, there is a. I'm not sure why.
I read that full sentence just now, and it just kind of pissed me off.
Let me just read the sentence that you read. Gayle
Yeah.
King is headed to space with an all-women space crew. What
It's the all-women
does
space crew.
Gayle
Because
King?
I like Gaga. What she know about cameras?
Literally, what does she know about cameras? What does she know about Polaroid? Please. 2 sentences down. 2 sentences down. Katy Perry's also going.
This is like peak white feminism. Like, I don't know what to do about this.
No,
all women space crew, and it's all women who know nothing about going to space.
There's only 2 women on the thing that are even science related, not even space science, just science.
She made one song called Extraterrestrial, and y'all just has to send her up to space.
Dude, like it.
No, the song was absolutely iconic, but that was the last time. Like,
she talked about fireworks. Y'all think she know the sky?
Y'all think she know the sky's deep, and she don't. And now she's getting offered to go to space. You know what I was thinking about before starting this, like before we even got on today? I don't know why it popped into my head either, but I was like, Whitey on the moon.
I was literally gonna say, this is Whitey on the moon to the max.
To the absolute max. But I didn't look at this yet. I don't look at this until I get access to it. No shade. And
girl. But no shade, you've had access to this for 2 weeks.
To this one?
Yes, because this is the same one from when you canceled 2 weeks ago.
I didn't get access until you just shared it with me.
I didn't even share the access. Ago. I said, "Oh, it's already there. Refresh, baby."
Well, I didn't see.
Yeah.
And I didn't look 2 weeks ago. I said it was canceled, and the laptop.
It went back to bed. We know. You saved your daylight, and you went back to bed.
I did. I actually did. But I literally was just in the bathroom, like washing my face, brushing my teeth, and I was like, for some reason, White on the Moon just started going into my head. I'm just like, I just feel like this is going to be relevant very soon. And here we are, looking at White on the Moon. Gayle King.
It's a euphemism. She's still a Whitey on the Moon. Yeah.
I'm like, the status kind of pulls you into the same category.
It's just an idea. And we talked about on this show literally in 2020 or 2021 when it came out, Don't Look Up. It's literally that. It's so that where it's just like, y'all are just making stuff up. Like, y'all are preparing an escape. Like, y'all are gonna leave us down here when you all when I say y'all, I mean like the ultra rich, in case it wasn't clear.
Oh yeah.
Y'all are gonna leave us regular folk down here when you're finished destroying the earth. Like, that's all this is. But my thing is this, Gayle King, you need to listen to your what your body is telling you, because in these interviews she's like, I was so scared at first. I'm like, heck no, that should have been your final answer, baby.
It's still a heck no.
Don't be the first one on.
Mind you, didn't those astronauts just come home?
And you see the next
subject.
Like, girl, that should be a wake up call, baby. They're literally leaving folks for dead.
They're going on Jeff Bezos' rocket.
Yeah, it's a Jeff Bezos sponsored or commissioned or paid for. Like, it's his rocket company, subset of his company or whatever, called Blue Light or something. I could look it up. I don't feel like it. You guys can look it up. But basically, it's basically Jeff Bezos's thing that he started way back in the day. It's not like a new space company.
These same people so broke. They doing Amazon delivery. Like, that's just how it is. That's what I'm taking from it at this point. This is the Amazon primary package to the extraterrestrials on Mars, waiting for their
a meal.
Like, space waiting parts. For their things. Like,
this makes no sense to me. Gayle
George
King,
Foreman.
You're so lucky, Jaden, that you're controlling the room today. Because if I were controlling this stream, you would have been booted out of the room.
I know.
Kicked promptly. Gayle King, I just feel like Oprah's a bad friend.
Oprah should have told you, Mama, come on down here. Let me
Come
tell
back
you.
to earth, literally and figuratively. Can you
They needed
imagine,
Gayle
Jaden?
King because she's gonna
What's
be up there talking Katie, very Ayala Van Zant style. Like she's going
not
to
on
be
my
very
watch?
like. So when you felt like it's going to be this whole ABC special
It
about
is.
about everyone flying, and they're going to be sitting in a circle, but they're all kind of just floating, kind of weirdly, telling each other about their day and how they're experiencing all of this.
The worst part is, Jaden, that you're right. They did need a Gayle King because now, unfortunately, I have to tune in. Like,
Like
I'm sorry,
they
I
needed
have
us
to
to
watch.
care. They
I
really
have
need
to
us to
watch when
care.
they take off. I have to watch. I have to watch because I need to make sure my good sis gets there, and I need to make sure she gets home. It's
Mine is giving
annoying.
DEI higher.
Down. I don't want to have another thing to have to stress about. Every day I'm biting my nails, checking in on the app. Where's Gayle King now? To make sure she's still floating and she's not been compressed like a soda can.
I think I don't care about Gayle King either. Like I'm sitting here trying to find it. Like, do I care about any of these people? Like Katy Perry music
Jaden.
hasn't hit, and
Okay, no,
she
that
really
doesn't
needed
mean you
this.
don't. That does not mean you want them to die in
No,
space.
I don't. But her getting her passport stamped by Jeff Bezos and co. Like I really don't care.
For me, it's about what Gayle King represents. You know, she's she's basically Oprah.
Yes, she's Oprah's left arm.
She's Oprah, but they could not. Oprah was not. They knew not to ask Oprah.
No,
There's
Oprah
no.
was
I
not
can't
going.
even imagine Oprah even pretending to fathom, like to even consider going. Like
She
what?
wouldn't. She has to get her book club ready for this next release.
And I'm so there because the worst part is like when you read books from Oprah's book club or Reese's book
Oh, they're
club, you're like,
fantastic.
okay, this is actually a really good book.
No. She knows a good book. She just
She
doesn't know the
knows
practice.
a good
Like
book.
praxis, she doesn't understand. She doesn't understand what these words like transition into. She used them to build capital. Like we're not even gonna dive into
The
Oprah
fact that like
origins.
her one of her fave books, like a book that just carried her through, it's a through line in her career is The Color Purple, and she still like does the stuff she does. It's like hilarious to me. It's like, girl, what did
Yes.
you read the book? Read it again. Read it again, Magic,
Read it out loud.
and don't
And
use
take
your
notes.
finger.
Right. And take notes
Um,
and write.
please. Speaking of right, this is so wrong. Um, like we mentioned before, there were astronauts that were stuck in space for literally 9 months, Jaden. 9 months. They just returned home, which um as you can imagine or maybe not, that has a potentially very dangerous implication and effect on your body going from zero gravity to gravity. I
Yeah.
know that internally there is internal gravity as well. That's why you can like be upside down and not have everything in your stomach come out your mouth. But still, it like your internal all of these things are so affected. I don't know the kind of life that they'll live and how long they'll have to live, like in this like transitional period of like slowly feeding them back into the way that we live on Earth. But worse than that, Jaden, you gonna love this. You gonna love this. Why are they not paying them overtime for the 9 months that they were there? Now, and I know what y'all are thinking. I did not look into how long they were supposed to be there versus how long they stayed, but I know it wasn't 9 months.
No.
And even if they stayed one extra minute,
They should got overtime pay. But my thing is, so I guess they're on like contract for however long they're there. Okay, I get it. Cause I'm like,
they're not
what
getting
work
paid
were they
hourly.
doing? I'm like hourly. I'm confused. That's what I'm saying. Like, what time are they
What are they
clocking in and what
doing?
time are they clocking out? Because at some point you're still here. Like, this isn't severance. Like, you are still here, mama.
Yeah.
You're still in this in the air or space or whatever in this
Mhm.
galaxy. Hopefully,
Come on, Milky
looking
Way.
at my text messages to my friends, like you
Literally
looking
the
at
satellite.
radars. Like, I'm confused. Maybe y'all should build a union. Like, what does the astronaut union look like?
I can't even see why it would even be a question. Like money shouldn't even be. Actually, I never actually thought about what you would get paid and how the pay would look for when you go to space.
It's probably a stipend.
Because it's salary when you. I know for a fact that NASA is not hourly. Come on now, there's no way.
No,
But when you go,
it's
it's
salary
definitely
job.
giving stipend. But
I think it should be a stipend along with no, because I imagine as an astronaut, you're not doing the whole extracurriculars. Like you're probably getting trained to be an astronaut, but you're
yeah,
not down there doing the math. You're not a computer and hitting figures. You're not doing that. What's the one Tyler Perry just did that everyone seems to love so much?
I don't know it, girl. Black and the Beautiful,
Please God, no, not
Beauty
that.
and Black.
Also no. The one where it's like the
Oh,
aviators,
337 or 867 or something like this, like a bunch of numbers.
something 227.
Meanwhile, it's based off of history, and we're like, we have no clue.
I have no clue. And everyone seems to love it. But I'm like,
I
I
didn't
don't
see
trust
it.
y'all because y'all love anything that's historical. Like anytime it's like based on a true story, it could be the worst thing you've ever seen. And y'all be
Green
like,
Book.
I thought it was so good. I'm
I
like,
thought it was powerful. I thought it was powerfully moving.
and it's like then you learn about the actual history of these people and how he literally just wrote a fictional book and then named it after real people.
Just did whatever.
But I would imagine it's like a stipend thing or like a contract that they get paid for doing, and it's like a price if you live and then a price if you don't.
Oh,
Kind
for
of thing.
sure. Yeah, like for your family and stuff. Because
Yeah,
otherwise, why would you agree? Like, I die and my family gets nothing. That'd be crazy.
but that wouldn't be surprising.
There was a show that I watched where, there's no way for me to Google it because there's so much media about space. Because hello, Whitey on the moon, that's like the favorite thing. Where like everyone is there in Houston or whatever, watching the takeoff, and as soon as the plane gets in the air or the rocket gets in the air, it just blows up.
Oh
And
yeah,
all
I know what
all
you're
the
talking about.
family, you remember that show? And all the family
Yeah,
is just like, uh, I'm sure they got money from it, but like, I don't want the money. I want my cousin. I want my mom. I want my dad. So you're probably right. There might not be a line in there where it's like, and if you get stuck for a couple months, it's probably live or die. But even still, it's like, have you no shame? Have you no
they have
nothing?
none because
None.
9 months. I want to see how long they're supposed to go up there.
Okay, so right now we're in the third month of this year. So if we go 6 months back, that's literally June of last year. Jaden, could you know how much has gone on since June of last year?
Mind you, NASA planning next Boeing
Boeing.
Starliner test flight after astronauts return.
I know why. I know the answer, but why? I know the answer, guys. This is rhetorical. Why are we spending so much money for space exploration? Why? I feel like we know all that we need to know. I think what we know now is really interesting stuff. I think we can just keep chewing on this for this century. We don't have to keep exploring.
Hold on. Santa in Space, it was meant to be an 8-day test mission.
A
So
test.
hold on. I'll be out there a week, and now I'm out there 9 months.
So they packed probably like a couple of small meals, one picture of a relative.
They was almost as bad as me in South Carolina, stranded in that house for 2 days.
Not almost
Like
as bad.
I literally that's why Gayle and them was going out there so they could DoorDash them a meal. Like this now it's adding up.
8 days.
Turned to 9 months.
That's not even a month for
Honestly,
every day.
that's
That's
some of
still
y'all
longer.
when y'all going on vacations after
I'll start
matching
again.
on Tinder. Like y'all match on Tinder, go on vacation for 8 days, and next thing you know, it's 9 months later.
Baby. Gayle, read the news. You work on a news network. You should know that this is not a good
And that's
idea.
exactly why she don't.
Speaking of DoorDash, not written down, but I'm sure you've seen like the DoorDash Klarna
Yes.
collab.
Please no. No. I'm anyone who listens to this. No.
No.
Do not go for that. Do not do that. Why? will we continuously put ourselves in debt in the most minuscule ways? Why are you if you cannot afford DoorDash, because first of all, it's expensive and exploitative
It is.
anyway.
It is.
If you cannot afford it, you do not need it. And if you do need it, we can find a way. Build some community. Like find a friend who can pick up things for you, or like
They have services where you can get groceries delivered, like Meals
a
on
lot
Wheels,
of
not
and a
Meals on
lot of
Wheels, like
places have their own delivery. Like order pizza
Mom's
every day. I don't care.
Kitchen. Like you can do something else. Let's sign up for other things.
Klarna on DoorDash. And it's people like you can book a flight through Klarna. I'm like, I'm okay.
I wouldn't do that.
Like
I don't
I
think I've ever
understand.
used Klarna. I don't even know how it works.
I shall not speak in response to
And
what you
that's
just
okay.
said
And that's okay.
because
That's not my
I have.
business. That's not my
But
business.
I think I use it not but because I have no problem admitting that I also live a life
Sometimes you
under the
gotta.
confines of capitalism. But
Yeah.
like I tend to use it for like skincare, like when I'm doing a
That
re-up.
explains why you have full signature lines just to try.
Yeah.
But
Um
wait. How does it work? Is it an app, Klarna, where you see all the debt you have? Like, I'm sure you use it for more than
you
just
can
one
have the app.
website. Like, how do you know? Where do you go
I
to
try
pay?
to you don't go to pay. They take your money.
N-
Because
They find
whatever you
you.
pay with, that's what they're locking you down on. And every 2 weeks, when you get paid,
Are you serious?
every 2 weeks, mama,
Oh,
don't
you're
even
not
wait.
logging in to make the payment.
No. You're not going to make payments and trying to keep up with your things. They are coming for your paycheck. Like, oh, you bought it on the 13th. We'll see you in 2 weeks. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Wait,
And
so you could be getting Klarna over the head every day of the week if you bought something at a different time on a different
yep,
website.
if you use Klarna they also it's almost like credit card, like where there's a limit that they give you to spend. But if say you bought something for $200 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. For the next every 2 weeks, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you'll see minus $200 each day. Oh, they come for the girls,
And
and
this is
it
your
can get you
king?
set up because you feel like, oh, I'm not paying that much, but you may not be paying that much today. But in 2 weeks, when you have to pay more somewhere else, and they still coming to get they 150, because yes, it's $50 every 2 weeks, whatever. But you didn't just buy the one thing.
I
Like
know.
you spent it on 3 different websites. So $50 on 3 different websites is back to the 150 you could have just spent that one time when you wanted
Woo!
to buy the one thing. Don't do. I'm talking to the girls like, do not do it, especially on something like so quick, like a DoorDash. Like DoorDash is so
It's so easy.
quick and convenient, and like
Yeah.
it can come to you. So like I could see someone doing it if like time is hard, but like say like your card is messed up or something and you're stuck somewhere. And it's like the only way you can really get food sent to you is through a DoorDash. And it's like your card, they already think you scamming because you done left the country and you try to swipe it, so they shut that card down. So it's like, okay, Klarna girl, I'll see you in 2 weeks, and you spend it on like a meal. Y'all gonna rack up. Like y'all aren't gonna go get
Oh,
Taco Bell and say
girl.
that and break that 13 down 6 ways. Y'all gonna go get filet mignon and y'all gonna break that $280 down 6 ways.
They're gonna be at the Popeyes Don Julio collab, okay?
And the food Klarna is only for things that will last longer than Klarna does. Like I'm not doing
Well,
it for food
close.
that's going to last me a day and a half, if that. Like it's going to last me the time I eat it and it's gone. Like anytime I've
And
used
now you're
Klarna, like
still paying for it.
now you still got it. Like I use Klarna to buy like my Telfar boots.
Oh, I
Something
didn't know
I'm
you
going
had a
to
pair of
wear.
those.
I just got them a few months ago, even though Klarna is
In
still
the
seeing me
picture.
about them.
Screaming.
Truly still seeing me about them.
Wait, so when you say pay through Klarna, are you like, what are you connecting if your credit card is, are you connecting like a routing number or something?
No, your credit card.
So if your credit card shut down, how are you still paying through Klarna?
They don't know that. Um
Girl, you
they
think they
know.
don't
Or
know?
you can connect your like routing. Like there's different things you can connect
And
to
they
it.
just come and collect.
And they take and you will forget because by the third second, like it's every other week. So the third by week, you're not thinking about Klarna no more because you're in a whole new month. Your life is different. You
Don't even
know,
wear the clothes you bought anymore.
it's not even that season no more, and Klarna is still on you. Yes,
This
her
recession is
and
going to be
Afterpay.
so bad, y'all.
It's gonna be
Please
really bad.
save your money now, please, please. Speaking of money, I'm sure. Well, maybe not because you're not on the internet, but I'll explain it to you, Jaden. Joe Budden, some man, it doesn't matter who he is. He has a podcast. I don't know what it's about, what it's for, what they're talking about, but it's like him and his wife, alleged, and a bunch of other couples or something. I don't know what they normally talk about, or if it's a different couple group
Is it
every
the Joe Budden
time.
podcast?
Your guess would be better than mine.
I've seen
Um,
that.
you seen his podcast?
The Joe Budden podcast, yeah.
We'll talk
Though she was on
after.
there, JT was on there.
Okay, because I'm like, why?
Oh, I don't watch it for like leisure. I watch it when they argue because there's one woman on there, and of course she's like having to make sense of all the nonsense. And Mark Lamont Hill is sometimes like a guest on there.
Oh, that's good.
So I've seen like when and he stands by the woman because he's a smart person. Because they say ignorant things, and he's like, well, I actually don't think you're right, and it's whatever.
No,
Continue.
this isn't a podcast in that way. It's giving like we are being recorded in this room, like talk showy. Like it might be something else. I feel like I've seen clips of this, and the lighting of that one is kind of darker. Maybe the Joe Budden podcast.
No, it's very bright.
They're in a bright room, and they're sitting on regular chairs, or they're like in a studio.
Regular chairs. It's like couches.
Girl, the way it doesn't even matter. Like we're doing all this.
Open window behind them.
Yeah.
The Joe Budden podcast.
Ooh, maybe he got one set. But basically it's like this one couple, interracial, doesn't matter, but I just wanted to share that. Because he made it relevant. He randomly made it relevant. He's talking about his couple and like what he's looking for. And then she starts talking about like they talk about money and like how money is split. And she starts talking about how they share their money or whatever, but money from her previous marriage, he doesn't like that. Obviously has nothing to do with her new man. Like that money is for her children. Like any money that she has from her previous marriage is set aside for her children already in their trusts or in their whatevers. And everybody on the like that's there is like, right, yeah. And then of course Joe Budden, of course, is like, bro, you cool with that? Like you knew that? Like he's like egging it on, like trying to get this man to react. And at first I was like, okay, yeah, that's right. It's her money, whatever. I thought the guy was going to be just as reasonable. Because clearly they must have talked about this before, but apparently this man had no idea that this even happened. And he's embarrassed. You know how it is. He's going to pretend to be dumb. And all the women in the room were like, that makes sense. It's from her previous marriage. It's for her children. And even some of the men are like, yeah. But the guy's like, because now Joe is like egging him on, trying to make him look bad, and he's like, I mean, yeah, but like, if I need it, like, I can use it, like if I need it. And he's like looking at the lady, and she's like, it's for my kids. Like, what do you? And he's like, he's saying like, yeah, but like if I need money or something for some whatever. Now my thing is this: if you have your money, why would you need mine? And if you have reached a point where you now tap into my children's trust fund money, you unfortunately have to go.
I can't help
you. I can't help you because do you not have a job? Like, are you spending your money down at the racetracks? Like, what is going on? So,
not the racetracks.
The girl that you can lose a lot of money fast, a lot of money betting on them stallions. Anyway, so I genuinely struggle now to find out why I wrote this down and why I wanted to talk about it.
Honestly, but it makes plenty of sense to me. These men are. Other thing I thought about before even seeing the Joe Budden podcast, I thought about when Doechii, because I saw a clip pop up on my YouTube suggesting me to watch something from a clip of the podcast where he was like, Doechii messed up when she said like straight men were the red flag.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, did she like set her audience up to be like-minded to her? Like, I don't know why when people engage with artists or like celebrities, they completely like negate who this person is outside of the means of which they want to use them for like their own like projections. Because what about this woman who's been openly queer, openly like all these things, gave that she loved her a straight man? Any straight man with sense who understands why don't you would say something
Well,
like straight
stop
men
you
are red
there.
flag?
With sense, lost you.
I know. There's not many, but there are a few, and those all know why she said what she said because a lot of them understand like straight men be absolutely wilding out and do the most in most meaning violence. Like they're violent. They're look at what the world has done. Like look at how where we are in this lifetime because of what straight men have been able to accomplish
I mean, look at your
freely.
reaction just to that.
Like y'all are mad at her because she says straight men are a red flag on a YouTube show
About chicken
when
wings?
your kids are tapping you on the knee hungry. She said straight men are a red flag and you're quickly typing messages in her comments but
Hate
can't respond
mail?
to your daughter's child, I mean your daughter's teacher, who said that she's struggling to read and
They
you're
didn't
sitting
see the
here
message because they can't read.
well yes but they can read straight man red flag because everything's less than 6 letters
They know their words. They know the words to know. Yeah.
and it was
I thought that
STR8.
definitely SCR8. Um, I think that obviously Joe Budden is he's so interesting to me because sometimes I say something that makes sense and I'm with him and I'm like, maybe he's not ridiculous. Maybe he's different. I'm screaming, just seeing your dog's tail wagging is taking me out. And then Joe Budden will say other things where he'll like bait men into like none of these people are like dumb. They know what
No,
they're doing. They're setting people up for rage
he's
bait
doing that
for
on
clickbait.
purpose.
He is doing it. He needs the click.
He
He
probably
needs
doesn't
the
even agree.
engagement.
The thing is,
He
he
doesn't.
literally probably doesn't even like. He probably
He
understands
don't
like, oh,
agree.
it's probably a smart decision. Like it makes perfect sense
Wait,
that you're putting your
isn't Joe Biden bisexual?
allegedly. He never came
So
out.
why does he care? Yes, he did.
Girl, that was fake. I don't know. I'm making that up
Okay, but maybe it could have been fake. I never followed up with the story. I didn't
because I
care.
think he was joking when he said it. Like when you actually watch the full clip, it was like
And
he
you
walked into
know
him
I
saying
didn't
like
watch it.
I did it, and it's like okay, whatever. Like I don't really care. I also don't care. That's the other
You
thing.
got
Like
me. You
about
got me.
everything. These men, I don't care. Like I like talking about it with you and talking about it on the podcast, but
Oh,
I
after
live
we
my
hit stop,
after we hit in recording, I literally never think about these people ever
I'm
again.
gonna have
Like
to set a calendar reminder for Miss Gayle King because I forgot about it until I opened the document today.
yeah, when are they leaving? When's their flight?
See how I don't know? Let me see if I put a link here. So let's see me looking out. When are they leaving? Oh, they're leaving on the no. It was announced on February 27th, so that tells you how much time has passed. They're leaving. I think they're leaving Christmas, or no? She found out on Christmas. Child, they give me no information here. If she's even going. Oh, and here's what's so stupid. It's only supposed to be going for like a few minutes. We saw how that went when it was supposed to be 8 days.
8 days, and they just got back last week.
It's
They
supposed
just got
to
back tonight, and I'm picking them up from the airport.
late. A few minutes to experience weightlessness and take a view of space. I mean, they have machines that allow you to feel weightless, and we have pictures of space. So I don't understand why you need to actually go to space to do either of those things. Sometimes sometimes I'm glad that I'm not ultra wealthy because of the delusion that you get when you reach a certain bracket, you just lose it.
There's nothing like in tangible world things that just
No.
excites you anymore. You have to go underwater and blow up, or go into space and blow up.
Blowing up is really all you can do. And that's all we're gonna do for the catch today. I think that was pretty much everything that we feel like catching up on. Can't think of anything else in the world that happens besides all of the terrible things that are happening.
Yeah.
This week for Take It or Leave It, we have nothing. Everything was taken, everything was left. But for next week or the next time we record, if you have a question that you need answered, or you have a messy story, or maybe not a messy story, it could be a fun story that you want opinions on or thoughts on, you can write us at challengeawaypod@gmail.com, or you can hit us up on our Instagram, Twitters, or personal text if you have them. That's fine. Obviously, if you have our phone numbers, you do not have to go the formal route of sending an email. But if you have my phone number and you listen to this podcast, you already know that. For Look Into It. Now, normally for Look Into It, it's like something like world news, something catastrophic, but this week, just something slightly different. Not new to me, but not new to me, but as you guys know, it's tax season. So I got a little extra
Speaking
change.
of, hold up. Back it up. Let me tell you about, this should be my moment of the week, but now I got to bring this back up.
Tell us.
And it is about work. Well, an old thing that I don't got no more. I used to work at that job with that lady with them people.
Yes.
Why have I not gotten my W-2 yet? I got one that said do not file on it because they switched companies while like this tax portion was going on. Everyone's information was messed up. So they've been fixing it, but it's now March 23rd and the final date is April 18th.
No, literally.
After April 18th, you will be fined if you haven't filed your taxes. Who's going to pay those fines? Y'all are. Because why are we still March 23rd?
Did you get your last paycheck at least?
Yeah, I hadn't gotten it already. Why are we now at March 23rd? And
You're supposed to get that on January 1st.
This is pretty much illegal to me. Like at this point,
oh, it is.
I'm ready. Where's the lawsuit? Where do I gotta sign? Who wants to own the company with me?
Put my name down. I stand in
support. Why are we waiting? Why is the entire company waiting for
do you have someone
did
you can reach out to?
I have Connect.
Like HR. No, please, not Connect.
I don't trust them. They don't work for the entities I need to.
No.
They work for the main entity. I have to talk to the people.
The company doesn't exist though, right? Anymore. Or it was just
it does.
So then why can't you have your paperwork?
Why didn't y'all wait? If y'all know taxes are about to, like W-2 forms is coming out and taxes about to be, why didn't you say like, can we extend our contract for another 2 months in order to make sure we do this before we because y'all aren't smart and y'all are cheap and y'all are scammers. This is what y'all do.
Something about companies, something about going under, bankrupt, changing ownership is just so fearful for me. This is like why it took me so long to get life insurance. My grandmother, she was paying life insurance for her 9 children for 40 years. Then the company went bankrupt, didn't say a dime. Girl. So when I chose my life insurance, this just became an ad. No, I had to make sure I went with some people that are not these cute little mom and pop trying to support Black business, trying to support local business. No, baby. Let this be somebody that's been around for years, got plenty of money. Don't let my money be the only money.
I need a legacy company.
I'm sorry, I can't. I need
one of them sending people to space. Okay.
Please. So, Jaden, I don't know what you're going to do. You really should hit up your lawyer connect. I don't know if you have one. I don't know that I have one, but you need to hit them up and see what your rights are, girl. Because it's literally March 23rd.
It's literally March 23rd. And my birthday next week. Well,
what are we gonna do? Which is sick. I can't believe we're already in April.
We're already in April, and the year just started last week.
Jaden, we just said Happy New Year. We were just talking about what we were going to do this year. I don't even remember what it was.
This podcast cannot be the benchmark for time. Because,
not at all. I'm talking about us.
Year. Okay, I'm like, no, not year.
Hello, not this podcast. Last time we talked was September. I mean, it's not here. What? No.
I'm like, last time we talked, The Whitey was on the moon. Like last time we talked, the Whitey was on the moon
Hello!
again. Like I
Like
don't
a
know.
rat bit my sister Nell, but Whitey's on the moon. Like that's what was happening. Oh my gosh! But that's my
Sorry,
moment
I
of the
had
week.
you said tax return and it like pulled
That's
everything forward.
scary.
Yes, and people are waiting to get there. Like I'm still waiting, like to even submit.
And you know what sucks? Because you had to watch that money leave your check every 2 weeks.
And I gotta wait 9 months.
I need that money back. Every penny. And that's what, not to get into it, but that's what's so stupid to me. You took the money and then you gave it all back. What was the point of that? When I was growing up, I never understood like when people say pay their taxes, I didn't get what that meant because I'm like, we literally are paying taxes on everything we buy. So what do
Hello.
you mean pay your taxes? I don't get that. I can't get into it right now, but what I am urging all of us to get into, because I'm sorry, Jaden, not to rub it in. I had a little extra money for my return. I got paid and I got my refund check and my direct deposit the same day. Girl, I
Oh,
had to
you
look
know,
around.
that's when
I had to look around to make
that's
sure.
when you put Klarna to the side.
Hello, that's why you see I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to pronounce it. Korean skincare. I can't yet say what products, and I was gonna put in thank me later, but I don't know yet. Stay tuned. I tried out. This is how you know, not to show off, not to brag the wealth, but I got 4 products. No shade. I got
Mm,
some good stuff. And I'm really excited to see what my skin looks like and what it does. I'm also, not that anyone needs to know or that anyone cares, and I'm also growing my hair out. And you know, with hair on your face comes added oils. So I'm really trying to be proactive in getting it to look right. So, you know, if anybody has any extra little income, look at this little Korean beauty skincare. Get a little face mask, get a little oil, little something. So that's all I have for look into it. There's other things to look into, absolutely. That's just what I quickly jotted down. I'm so sorry, guys. So now it's time for thank me later. Yeah, well, thank
hmm
me later. This is where Jade and I are like, you didn't know about this and now you do, or like, let me just tell you what I'm doing and maybe you'll do it too. You know,
Right.
you guys know what this is already. It hasn't been that long. Um, thank me later. Harass your HR to get your W-2s back. I mean, come on. Like, go up there with lots of people. Well,
Yes.
speaking of unions, could you talking about NASA union? Like, who is fighting for you, Jaden?
I don't want to see them people ever again. That's also why it's like, oh,
You
I can
weren't in a
email
union
HR. That's one
though.
thing, but I never want to be in the presence of that company again. Like I hate them. So it's like I just rather not.
Unfortunately, you need that. So you're gonna
I
have to
do
endure at least till April 18th. At least.
till the 16th because who's doing it the day of?
Girl, you know there's people that are doing it the day of and on the 19th.
And I didn't want to be a part of that number. And now the tax people gonna be like, look at him waiting to the last minute, and it's like,
Here's
yeah,
$15 because you wanted to be funny.
okay, we ain't got nothing left.
But you're begging. My thing is, I needed normally I'm like not always like hurry up and do it because I'm like, child, they're gonna give me $5 anyway. But this year I had to make sure I got mine in quickly because I didn't know if they was gonna try to shut it down and now nobody's getting
And
their taxes back.
that was the other thing. I'm like, this is the year y'all want to play. Like, do y'all not see what's going on? They trying to shut everything down. He not
Everything.
gonna pay me in Dogecoin.
Does that stand for something?
I don't
Like,
know.
it's such a stupid word.
I think I had Dogecoin before it became all this.
Yeah, that's possible. That is possible because I'm remembering back in the day in college, having a little coin, it was what to do. You just had one or two.
The Robinhood.
Not Robin Hood, please, please.
Oh, what's up right now?
Let me find out. Let me find out. But in all seriousness, yeah. My thank me laters. This was a listener suggestion. An album called "I Feel Different Every Day" by an artist called Cloth God. I believe that's CLOTHEGOD. This
Is that a song on
listener,
TikTok?
oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe. I mean, it was suggested to me by a listener, a
No,
friend.
never mind.
It maybe because if
No,
even
I'm
when
talking
I
about.
listened
Remember the
to
song
it,
I sent and you was like downloading right now?
no, you talking about
Okay.
the other day,
Yeah.
like the other day? No, 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 not the same artist. No, not the same, but similar one word energy.
Mm.
But it was pretty good. I listened to it at the gym, when I was stretching and stuff, so not like running and lifting heavy things or anything, but it was nice. Give it a listen. The next thing that I wrote this 2 weeks ago, and it's still true for me, and I needed this reminder today. Let's, as we said about the recession coming on strong, as we said about, having to save money when we can because they're withholding W-2s, this is really the time, and, this is definitely a recession indicator, sure, but we need it. This is definitely a time to get your homemaker skills on. Let's learn how to make some stuff at home. You don't have to pay for. Everything don't
True.
have to be like, and some things are like, okay, yeah. For example, Jaden, and you know this too, learning how to like do an alteration on your own clothes or how to sew back on a button instead of taking it to the cleaners. You can fix that. You can fix that hole in the sleeve. Some stuff, okay, yeah, take it, get your pants taken in, do it. But let's learn some stuff. And it don't even have to be skills like that. It can just be like making things. For example, I really was like, I need some sweet peppers. I don't want to pay that price. So you know what I did? Made them at home. And they're
Mm.
delicious. And everybody, maybe you guys aren't like this, but when I have sweet peppers, pickles, or something like this that I bought from the store, I'm not going in on abundance. I'm not putting a whole bunch on the sandwich, just being crazy. But when I make them, I can. You can just do whatever you want. You can put as much as you want. You can put as little as you want because you're making it. And when you make it, you know what's in it. And it tastes better
Right.
to me. Now, sometimes it don't taste better. But it don't
Sometimes
matter
it
because you
does
know
not.
what it sometimes it doesn't.
And then you could try again.
Try again. Like I I know I'm late, but I'm not doing it for the trends. I'm doing it for me. I'm also in the process of trying to learn how to make croissants. Super fun. I was previously trying to make focaccia. Stay tuned. I'm still with that. I'm still with that. But the croissants, it was fun. So start learning how to make things that you enjoy to cut
All
costs.
foods. I
And
think
I said sewing on buttons.
oh, you did say that. Learn how to make shoes and tapestries too while you're at it, since you're doing any fucking thing.
Make your
Um
own glasses at home.
I actually want to do like glass burning and whatnot at some point in
Ooh,
life.
glass blowing.
I
Yeah.
I definitely also think my cooking era will be later. Like I've already kind of set that aside because I also want my gardening era to be later. So I
Oh
want
my
like
gosh, me
fresh
too.
produce to
Yes.
come into the house and like be
Mhm.
cooking. Because the thing about cooking, I don't like it because it takes up so much time to me, and I don't find the comfort in like
The
the patience,
process.
the
Yeah.
process of that. Like it annoys me and it bothers me because I have other things to do and I want to go. Like I want to be done with this process and I want the food to be here and ready in
Yeah.
time to consume. So I
I see
think my
that.
cooking life it's probably gonna come sooner than I think, but I want it to come like 30s where I'm like at home chopping up a cucumber
Mm.
for like a cucumber salad or some other dish that I made. Um,
Doesn't know what cucumbers are for.
no, but it's also like I would much rather prefer if I found love in someone who loved to cook
Oh,
because
that's fine too.
I prefer someone else cooking for me.
Just like that man in the video with the banana. Just a
Mm,
hand coming into
mm,
frame.
no, because I like the being around the kitchen while the cooking is being done because I love
Yeah.
the conversation. I don't mind helping. I don't like the solitude doesn't no the solitude part is fine. I don't like cutting up vegetables. I
Yeah,
don't like it.
and that's crazy because I love cutting vegetables.
I hate cutting vegetables. I feel like I'm not good at it. I never get it like
Mm.
down to the size that I think is preferred. It's always some big chunk of
Not you're just like bang, bang, with the knife,
like
just
and,
like
and
a
I learned how to
cartoon.
cook from the professionals at Chipotle. Like I learned how to cook.
True.
So I know how to cut a piece of chicken and I know how to grill one too. No shade. Now that woo. But it's just I can't wait to be later cooking like more.
It's just so exciting, Jaden, when you have like things in your kitchen to aid with the cooking that you also made. Like, for example, if you're baking something and you're using like vanilla extract or something, and it's like vanilla extract that you made, like
True.
that's pretty cool. Eggs that now this is to
Like
your point, the garden. You got that egg from the backyard yourself.
Like my grandmother, she likes to make garlic oil to like as
Ooh.
oil to use. Like it's it's annoying to
Ooh.
watch and witness,
But it
but
tastes
she
so good.
enjoys it and she just loves that garlicky
Mm.
flavor
And you love it?
in the oil. I absolutely love it too.
Yeah, with some bread that you made. Like, oh my gosh.
We did make bread before. That was yummy.
And it was fun.
It was fun.
The next thing, speaking of making things yourself, I saw a video, and this I did this before the video, but the video definitely confirmed where like mouthwash was causing some problem. Like they were like, oh, we asked this amount of people that use mouthwash, and they didn't have these health concerns previous, but now they do. I know I should have more details, but that's not what this is about. Either way, girl, mouthwash, making your own mouthwash and not, in, like, in a dramatic, like, way where I'm, like, getting down, scrubbing nothing. Cloves, couple pieces of peppercorn, boil that up, put it in a bottle. No, Jaden, I'm telling you, the burn is everything.
That witch's brew. You you trying to cast the cavities out my
It's
mouth.
giving Agatha. It's giving Agatha. Yeah. It works well. Your smile looks better. You feel better. The burn is nice, but it doesn't last forever, like with Listerine or whatever. Like you can eat food after. Like you're not doing nothing extra. It's just so once again, it's literally 2 ingredients. Well, 3 ingredients if you count water. It's 3
Right.
ingredients. Your mouth feels great. Clove is good for antimicrobial, antibacterial. It's definitely good for toothaches. People apparently very country vibes who have toothaches will sometimes just chew on a piece of clove and it will
Yeah.
numb that area. Like people do that. Like I found that out from a coworker who's like, "Oh, I drink clove tea to help my teeth or whatever." So I'm like, "Okay." So I googled
Mm.
it and you just make your own mouthwash. First of all, buying clothes is expensive, but I got it from my job, no shade. From an event that I planned and threw and had extra for. Um, so but clothes
It's
can be
like, what do
expensive.
I need? And
I'm like,
it's
you know
like,
what we should have an event for? Eggs and butter and flour. We should order a lot of it too.
right, we should bake bread. And it's like, I just need all the ingredients.
Basically. Oh, correct. When you're choosing the events, why not?
That's fair.
Come on. But buying the clothes, let's say you buy it, let's say it costs like, let's just say $10 for a bag or whatever. How much can you get out of that? A lot. You use 3 cloves for the mouthwash, and how often do you have to buy mouthwash when you buy
Right.
it? Often enough that you already made your money back with the cloves. Either way, it just goes into the whole, like, making things yourself and knowing not to be all that person, but knowing what you're putting in your body, especially for the mouth because, Jaden, listeners of the show know that I've had my share of lashings from the dentist. I don't wanna
Yes,
live
you
that
have.
life anymore. I don't wanna get cussed out anymore. I
I
don't.
told you my dentist closed.
If you did, it hurts fresh, like I just heard it for the first time. What
My
are you gonna
dentist
do?
closed down.
What is she doing? Where's
She
she
beats
going?
me.
So what are
I
you
have
gonna
no idea.
do?
She sent over a list of recommendations, but it's
Girl,
like,
boo. Girl.
girl, I don't know these people. I
No.
don't know her either.
And are they able to I don't know if it's legal or whatever, but are they able to just send your dental records over?
Yeah, if depending on where, like you had to tell them to send it to whoever.
When are you due for your next checkup?
Do
Already. Um, okay. So you might need that clove mouthwash more than anybody.
yeah, I use the one that everyone likes. The it's like the Dr. Bronner's of mouthwash where they have like a 50 things on the front. I forget what it's called.
What you use the 25 in 1 for mouthwash?
It's not 25 in one. It's I said the Dr. Bronner's of mouthwash where it's
Okay.
like I'll be right back.
Please, because oh my. Ooh. While he's gone, I guess I'll just hum a little tune. Do, 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 do,
It's called
do.
oh
Oh, he's
sorry.
back. Oh, yes, yes, there are
Therabreath.
something. Yes. My sister uses that. How
It's
do you like
fantastic.
it?
Love, love,
Really?
love, 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 love. Stand by it all the
How much
way.
is a bottle of that? Because that's a big bottle.
It is a big bottle. It's probably like $10.
Oh, that's not bad. And you get it from not Target, but somewhere like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna consider.
moving on. I'll look into the clothes mouthwash. I do also want to start making things that I don't need to necessarily buy all the time. Like,
Yeah.
it's no point because at some point we don't know what's gonna happen to all this.
That's what I'm saying. You might need to. You might need to.
You might need it sooner than you might want to start growing them clothes in that garden. Um,
Hello?
so my thingamajigers are not as holistic. Definitely ho, not so much listic. My first is Ran Out by JT. This is
Wow.
a track. I also recommend watching the music video. Fantastic. I love JT. She can do no wrong. I don't care what anybody says or what she does. Next, Mother, Queen, next show, next club, another club,
Bus,
like
plane.
down. Mayhem by Lady Gaga. Wow, like she you've done it again, Mother. Like, this is my Aries queen. I live for her. And yeah, like Mayhem is so good. Highlight tracks for me. How Bad Do You Want Me is my jam. And then Shadow of a Man is also a really good song. It is a lot of good songs. It's a lot of like influence of like MJ, Prince, David Bowie, like these other, and it's like really like great pop music. Like, the girls need to really study. And I had a conversation literally yesterday, 2 days ago, and I was like, the problem is the girls are trying to emulate the girls instead of learning from the girls and putting that into who they are. You know, like, everyone's trying to eat everyone's nachos, and
Sure.
it's okay. But like, Tate McRae, you are trying so hard to be Britney that we're confusing you for
yes,
Britney.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
everyone's trying to be the person above them, trying to emulate these girls, and it's like, but these girls, you can also see their influences, but it wasn't so stark. Like, they would get called these women, but it wasn't like copy
But they
and
have,
paste.
but like you said, influences with an S.
Yes, and like, you can tell Beyonce loved Tina Turner. Like, you can tell,
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
you could tell Britney Spears loved Janet Jackson, but there was also parts of Britney that didn't look like Janet. Like, there was some, besides Louis, her not looking like Janet, but there was some aspects of her that you could tell it was like, I looked up to this woman and she helped create who I am, but she is not only who I am. And that's what these girls are missing. They want the nachos, but don't want to like clean the dish. Like, y'all don't want to make a new dish.
They don't want to make it at home.
Nachos. Yeah. Anyway, another thing, as we know, I've been doing, going back and listening to old albums that I either haven't listened to or want to re-listen to, or maybe only heard songs from and enjoy the songs, but never heard the actual full body of work. I'm gonna just name one because I've been on a Janelle like run recently, Janelle Monáe, and I was never Janelle head, and we know this. I was never a huge Janelle head. I did listen to Dirty Computer when it first came out and enjoyed most of those songs. Shout out to I Like That. And I recently was told to listen to Arc Android and The Electric Lady, which I did. I love them both, but The Electric Lady by Janelle Monáe is one of those albums that is going down in history. Like, that is a body of work, y'all. Like,
so
highly recommend. Like, if you love music, like, this is again studying of influences in an album. Like, this is definitely a curated body of love, like, pushed out and through music as a sound. Like, it just is an art form in the song, and I just really appreciate what she did with the album. Last thing, before I went to the Philadelphia Art Museum, I bought.
Yeah, when were you there?
Huh?
And when were you there?
That was like January, maybe.
Oh, okay. All right.
I went to the dollar store and I bought mini composition books, and they come in like a pack of 3 or whatever for $1 or whatever, and it's 50 sheets. And while walking around, I was like writing art pieces I enjoyed, or like things about the pieces, or things about the exhibit. I actually didn't do much of it because, you know, when you're looking at art, sometimes I just want to take a picture. I'll look at this later. But in general, I started just keeping one of the pads like in my little pocketbook, or I carry around like a fanny.
Cute.
A fanny pack. Even if I have like a purse, the fanny would be inside. It was like a big purse. Because this is like my.
As you should.
this is coming in the store with me bag. Like this is,
Yeah, when
this is
you
a
leave
different
it
bag than
small. Yeah.
yeah. And so I throw one in her, anything you need to write down real quickly, or if you have to give someone your phone number because you look so good and someone just had to get it, like you have access to that, or you're reading something and like it sparks an idea, you need to write an idea down really quick. Like having access to something so small and cute and quaint to like keep an archive of your thought processes or ideas or questions or whatever throughout the week has just really opened up a whole new world. And like not pulling out your phone and not finding as many ways to rely on the device as possible.
Yeah.
Like that's really the point. Like I want to rely on my phone as little as possible going forward. Like I want to live in the real world with paper and pens and things. Like So highly recommend. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Some people are like, even I have like a physical planner. They're like, you need to put it on the digital. I'm like, no. They're like, well, what about when people ask you in real time if you can do something? I said, I like to tell them, I'll let you know. Like the whole point is the buffer of I'm not telling you right now.
True.
I'm going to go look at my planner to see,
proving that you're busy. Yeah.
Like I don't want to just be able to pull my phone out and be like, oh, I could do it. No.
Let me think about it, please.
Quick. Like, give me a second. Let me think. Let me decide if I actually want. Because people will also do that to try and get you to say yes. The quickness and the immediate. I gotta think. Give me a second. But yeah. Did you have anything else?
I'm just trying so hard not to share that you can also make paper.
You can also make paper.
I've definitely tried it. Tedious, cute. I didn't feel like writing on good. It. Yeah, and I don't like the way it felt.
Also, just finished Ugly Betty. I figured I might as well share that. Just finished the 4th season and the last season, and finished watching Severance season 2. Oh my god, fantastic show. But you can make those as well if you want to. This has been another episode of Ciao Anyway.
You can listen to Ciao Anyway wherever you listen to your podcasts.
New episodes come out
sometimes, but in the meantime, like, share, subscribe, rate, and review. Listen to old episodes.
Yeah, listen to new ones when they come out. Go stream I Feel Different Every Day by Cloth the God. Learn how
that makes way more sense.
It's definitely Clothe the God.
So embarrassed.
You're like Clothe God.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm like Cloth God. You think
Clothy God? Clothy the
Hello, God. Clothy God.
Clothe the God. Learn how to make things from home and save your money.
Please
like
your
clothes
money.
mouthwash. Go stream Ran Out by JT. Go stream Mayhem by Lady Gaga. Go stream The Electric Lady by Janelle Monáe. And go grab you some little books from the dollar store and keep them around. Put them in places where you need access to quick thoughts for clear skin. And go look into Korean beauty skincare and let me know if you got your tax returns.
Please.
For my own purposes. Okay, bye.
Bye.